be young. For my money, check it out in your sleep gets a nod. A big nod every time. Tying in bed is a ticket providing you're alone when it happens. Cashing in because of a woman. Tying with a skirt for a blindfold. That kind of death is for suckers.
Stone Investigations, Miss Cooley speaking.
We get any busier, you can start reading 2 newspapers.
Yesterday's Live with today's date on them. Happy Monday.
Was it only Monday? Can your whole life roll over and play dead? Turn bad side out? Just 7 days?
Stone Investigations, Miss Cooley speaking. No, he's not. Can I help you? It's a flat rate. $25 a day for 8 cents a mile. I'm sorry your place is cheating on you, mister, but there's no discount for veterans.
I hear a phone.
Some clown looking for a few snaps from a little boy getting scoreboards in the back of the family Chevy. I think it's the sluggy business call.
We get any busier, you can start reading 2 newspapers.
Yesterday's Live with today's date on. Happy Monday.
No such animal. 3 million people in the city of Angels in the last census. Easily half of them up to something they don't want the other half to know about. We all get sucked in by the lobby. Palm trees finger the sky and there's enough sunshine to lace them off on Pittsburgh. But that's all on top. L.A., truth to tell, is not much different than a pretty girl with a clown. Monday. What other day works so hard that reminds you not to get your hopes up? Because it's going to be coming around again real soon.
Breakfast is over. A visitor just walked in. Wearing a whole year's salary.
Oh, woman?
No flies on you. Mr. Snowden's teeth. Laura Milligan. I know how busy you must be, Mr. Stone. I appreciate seeing you.
The appreciation was all mine. Just one look, and you knew Alora Villiers was a handful. Maybe 2 if you played your cards right. She had the kind of face a man can hang a dream on. A body that made Hannah Smiley look all thumbs. Knowing the floor kept her legs from going on forever. How can I help you, Mrs. Villiers?
Miss,
Mrs. Villiers.
I don't know where.
You can start by telling me if your husband knows you're running around town pretending to think.
What makes you think I'm there?
When you lift your ring off, you forgot how tan you are everywhere else. Or, at least I imagine you are everywhere else. You want to tell me who you really are now that you're not?
I'm in trouble, Mr. Stone.
Everyone
puppy dies? Good. How much time did that stay? A little bit done. Great. Call me when you make the other cuts. Look, I know the book started with a flashback. If I wanted to just shoot the book, I'd take pictures of the pages and save a fortune on acting. Just do it like we agreed, okay? Open with Uli answering the phone, then bring in Stone, then in comes Allura Kingsley asking him to look for Maverick. And in the future, you gotta promise to do me one favor I insist on. After we agree on something, don't try making it better. Did Donna say, let you know that the garage picked you up a little early? I'm short 2 pictures today, so I want to get started a little sooner. Hey, look, there's 2 dogs. There's dog, and then there's dog.
I'm coming alone. Daphne's publisher wants her back to New York.
Can't she fly to borrow? I'm showing the new Sturgeon.
A little harder to rewrite than I am.
That's all I need. You missing her right now. You know, you're not the same when your wife's not around. It's as though a part of you's gone off somewhere. A secret, tender part. You tell her to haul her fanny back here soon. I'm the only one that gets to make you unhappy, right? Now I need those new pages first thing yesterday. Then open up my window and you can see some fingers flying. Signed, Mira Smile. Louder! That's my boy.
This job is not to be believed, and I cannot believe my luck. I'm at the literary prime of my life, and I'm about to have the time of my life. Let them easily deceive. Nobody doesn't tend to sugarcoat his comments. He's alright. All bark, no bite. I've always longed for a chance to be watching a book of my own on the screen. To look up and see Stone on the screen would be better than mine. Sit on in a crowd as the credits are shown on the screen. In a frame all alone on the screen. It says screenplay by Stein. We're making movies out of books. They say that Buddy wrote the book. I can't depend on him to give me some lift. But you can trust a guy who shoots from the hip. Out here where nothing's how it looks. It's hard to disregard it. This stand-up guy just gets the double talk and lets you know exactly what he's thinking about you. And I can beat the odds and beat as a man. So I'm a stranger in the strangest of lands. This mad adventure I'm begun is unlike anything I know. It's gonna be a hard work, lots of fun, and pots of
Most grateful night cash. Take out 30 stage yourself.
Only help me for you.
Travel while you can, kid. $32.50 a month at the Beverly Press headquarters. No one I know has got a clue who Beverly was, but they named half of everything in LA after her. My neighbor on one side was a minister at a pet cemetery, who also answered fan mail for Gene Autry. On the other, someone was Papa Brown, who advertised income tax returns and high colonics while you wait. Life in Beverly Press could be exceedingly dull. In fact, I was often too dumb to appreciate it.
So stay with me, even after we must part. Even after we must part. Thank you. And now for a wonderful Del DeCosta tune I introduced in my new movie, Three Guys Named Joe. You gotta look out for yourself. Hit it, bring it. Stone? Yeah? Special delivery here for Mr. Stone. Let's open the door. You gotta sign for it. Slip a pencil under two.
You got a lot to learn about being a host, friend. I'd feel like it if we slipped you under the door. Steve Salt.
Who said you guys? Something kind?
Big Six here would like to war with you.
I'm all ears.
You don't need him. He talks with his hands.
That's so. I hope this don't disturb the neighbors.
Yeah, just give him a little music.
You gotta look out for yourself if you're planning to be first. Then you better think me first, or you gotta finish last. You gotta look out for yourself if you fall this for that. You'll be nobody's door back. If you roll the dark back, it's a rule that time this world ain't your honest. You can't even. You best be sure that you're your own best friend. You gotta look out for yourself if you're planning to do it good. Really sure you do it good. Can we do it good? Out for yourself. You know the score when you adore yourself. You're a danger you can't count on me to shine. Look out for yourself.
Let me give you a message, Mrs. Stone. Drop the key to the case, you understand? Drop it, or next time you're gonna have to get rough. Thoroughly cut you from your dinner, and take my word for it. It needs more salt. How about a cup of Joe?
Nah, I gotta get something for my girl's birthday.
She got a radio? No. Well, here, give her this.
Hey, yeah.
It was as though I'd been hit by a wrecking ball wearing a pinky ring. Some part of me that still seemed to be functioning was watching the other part of me that wasn't fall. Then that part started falling too, and the race began to see which part could hit bottom first.
Somehow I was getting the idea that this was God's way of punishing me for having $100 all at once. That's supposed to be funny? Half and half. All right then. Donna, waiting is expensive.
You want to play?
Here would be even better. That dress is half an inch too long. A photograph even longer.
I'm not in a movie.
Everybody's in a movie. Unless we just turn things up to love. They're perfect. But we'll fix them.
Can I finish the script before we fix it?
Sure, you can finish it. But first, we'll fix.
What is it? You want new words?
No. There's too many words now. Give me pictures. Paint me scenes. Movies are shadow. They're light. They're dark. Their faces 10 feet high. Close-up of her. Close-up of him. Cut to close-up of husband watching close-up of her watching close-up of him. You'll get it, you'll see. Sweetheart, nobody gets a hole-in-one their first time at bat. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people make a fortune writing movies and they don't know how. I mean, no offense, everybody and his brother writes books, but a screenplay.
It's a ball game of a different color, right?
You know, when Buddy Fiddler talks, you're not listening to someone else. I've got 12 nominations, a half dozen Oscars, 9 cars and 3 ex-wives to show that in this business of refuse and nephews I know my stuff. Your literary brain should have won a Pulitzer Prize. I would never cannibalize or impair a single hair or phrase of your amazing opus. Still a lot of scribblers who discover what they write for the screen isn't always right for the screen. So I intervene. I zip through your book and the characters jump to life on the page. Now we're at the stage where I bring them to life on the screen. Don't cling to the words to which you gave birth. Remember how many a picture is worth. The odds are 1,000 to 1, so get used to its style. The book may be yours, Peter, trust me. The movie is mine. You learn from Von Sternberg, you grow from Von Stroheim, and so I'm the heir to their skill. This town has more nuts than Brazil. Let's face it, I've been through the mill. Authors unprepared to take a stand in this collaborative art must suppress their egos in part with the notion that in motion pictures words are carved in marble. Donna, darling, get this on a pad and type it up for next week. I have an engagement to speak at the Writers Guild. You wouldn't want to upset, buddy. This is advice, not a threat, buddy. But see how tough things can get, buddy. When things get rough, it can get bloody. Baby, nobody says no, buddy. So, buddy, you better concede. Let buddy be buddy, your buddy, and you, your buddy, the buddy.
How'd you
get in here?
Not too tough when there's no door.
You got a warrant?
No need one when the peace gets this disturbed. Who did it?
Did what?
Rearrange your furniture.
Interior decorator.
You do your face too? The neighbor said the whole place shook.
Must have been an earthquake.
In just your bungalow.
Nature's funny. Which one of you stole my radio?
What case you working on?
Says I am.
I see groceries.
I got lucky on a quiz show.
How'd you like to win 30 days in the can for not answering?
Routine job. Same old kind of thing.
I forget. What kind of thing would that be?
I forget too.
You're gonna need stitches, amigo. A lot, I hope.
With a rusty needle, maybe.
Makes my mouth water.
Take your dog out for a walk, Lieutenant. I don't want him messing my carpet.
Whatever you're up to, 6 to 5 there's a daily picture.
Gambling's illegal.
Huh? More like even money. 10 years I know this guy. We pounded the same beat together. There's never been a dame could have twisted him around their finger from a block away.
Munoz was right. Me and dames. Shorthand for trouble. Beginning with Bobby. Bobby. Whoever said time heals all wounds. Never knew anyone like Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Note proudly presents the sultry song and stylings of Miss Bobby Edwards.
There's not a morning that I open up my eyes and find I didn't dream of you. Without a warning, though it's never a surprise, soon as I awake, thoughts of you arise with every breath I take. At any time or place, I close my eyes and see your face, and I see you. If only I believed that dreams come true. Darling, you were the one set forever from the start, and I've been drifting since you've gone. I don't believe that only you can charm. I've been lost, knowing that my
Not a word. Yeah.
Darling, you know I can't talk to you.
Come on, baby. That's like a million movies a year, dude, and everybody wants to be a star.
Owen F. Irving's coming by next Monday. There's nobody bigger in business. Like me. Give me my chance to be somebody.
I didn't think of that already.
Can't you just see me?
All I can see, all I want to see is us.
You were the one who said forever from the start, and I've been drifting
habitually too busy to drop by to see Bobby, and she knew it.
Bobby! Bobby, open up! Come on, open up! Bobby, open up! Damn it, open it!
If there really is some place called hell, the calendar's nothing but Mondays.
Whoa! Hey, who is this crazy maniac? Wait, don't call the police.
I am the police, you son of a bitch!
Look, nobody calls Irwin S. Irving a son of a bitch to his face. You know how much I gave to charity last year?
This is how you get the movies? He brings no casting couch with him!
Hey, my left pocket, there's thousands. Just take it all. This never happened. How'd you like to be in my next movie?
Oh, my you.
Whoa! Who's that? You're not trying to shoot just anybody here. Stop! For God's sake, stop him!
No, it's going pretty well, Gab. I just finished scene 17, flashback of the shooting in Bobby's dressing room. That's all right, I guess. But he's teaching me to write with guns instead of words. What do you think of this scene? It's a new one. It starts with a close-up of a writer missing his wife. Is it okay to cut to a close-up of her missing him? Good. I'll print it. Start me tomorrow. Done.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Then what good are you?
Buddy's been rereading the new pages. I want to break the law.
Oh?
He doesn't like Irwin S. Irving getting shot.
This morning he was in love with us.
Once the rule of thumb, Carter, love is also something you fall out of. I don't think the scene's dead. He just wants to fix it.
Funny how he can keep doing this to people without taking his pants down.
You're wicked. He has to recognize himself in Irwin S. Irving.
People never see themselves as others write them. Do you see any of you in Uli's character?
Me? Never.
I rest my case. Donna. Thanks for breaking the fall.
Just trying to be the best Uli I can.
Either you ladies free for dinner tonight?
Dynamite me!
Scene 18. Exterior, downtown LA. Day, overcast. Medium shot of a public phone booth on the corner of Sunset and Anywhere. The camera intrudes on one of the city's slimier angels as he sets the record for a nickel's worth of heavy breathing. After establishing, Uli enters. As the creepy caller slithers off, Uli wipes the receiver with the sleeve of her dress and places the call. Cut to a close-up of Uli in mid-conversation.
My college friend at the bank recognized her signature and told me exactly who she was. Look, if you ever want to get in touch with Laura Kingsley, just try to tap on Queso Robles Drive, wherever it overlooks Arroyo Seco Canyon. I know, doesn't get much more Pasadena than that. Looks like Mrs. Kingsley's not just any old Mrs. Kingsley, huh? Be careful, Stone. I'm starting to get that funny feeling in my bones. When people want to start breaking doors. Stone? That's This is my stepson, Peter Kingsley. Peter, this is Mr. Stone.
I'm afraid I'm a bit messy.
We have to talk, darling. Why don't you warm up on the court and get ready for me?
Stone.
I don't know much about tennis, but how much more warming up do you figure you need?
You don't play.
Too hard at my place. I keep breaking the lamps.
I didn't expect to see you so soon, Mr. Stone. Any leads on Mallory? Is that what you call it?
I'm not here to teach you my business, Mrs. Kingsley. Just to tell you that I don't want yours. I don't suppose you know why 2 trained aides showed up at my place last night and gave me a crash course in bleeding. It'll live. That's your deposit, Mrs. Kingsley. Minus $25. I'm giving you a day's pay for the pounding. Only my friends beat me up for free.
I don't understand. Why would anyone not want Mallory back? I have no idea. That is the truth.
The truth. The truth for people like you, Mrs. Kingsley, is whatever works for the moment. Something that can hold up 2 times in a row.
You're not out on the street now, Mr. Stone.
Give me 5 seconds. It's a treat seeing your house. It'll save you a trip to England.
I'm afraid you really can't quit, Mr. Stone. The choice is yours.
That only due to my logic.
My husband is not known for taking no for an answer. This way, please.
This way, please. Like she was leading me to men's sportswear. Luther Kingsley, the widowmaker. After planes and tanks in World War II were built by Luther Kingsley, there weren't too many stray million the man didn't own. I say the man. He was more a shadow. Luther Kingsley hadn't been seen in public for years. Once he owned the world, he turned his back on it. Easy come, easy go, I guess.
You look wonderful, darling.
Not too strenuous, it is, Laura. We've done a lot of good, hard work this morning, haven't we, Lisa?
Dr. Mandrill, this is Mr. Stone.
May I be of some service?
I'm told you're patient I'm supposed to talk to.
Luther Kingsley is not my patient. We are all cosmic voyagers. Luther is merely my traveling companion. Infantile paralysis is tragic only to those who view it as a disease. I see it as but one of the many steps possible in the journey to the center of all truth.
Dr. Mandrill is my husband's spiritual therapist.
Oh,
Muscles for the soul.
skepticism to yourself, Mr. Stone.
Fantasy even less. Mr. Kingsley, last night 2 of nature's nastier mistakes tried out the rest of her face putting on me, so that I was to understand the whereabouts of your daughter was no business of mine. Even with the one eye they didn't close, I could see their point. I'll give your deposit back to your wife.
Mr. Kingsley insists you reconsider.
Mr. Kingsley, let me say this straight to your mirror, sir. No dice.
Mr. Stone, you do not agree to find Mallory. Mr. Kingsley will see to it that your investigator's license is held over a very slow flame at City Hall. You will be finished in this state.
The country's got 1 or 2 more.
You can't see them, Mr. Stone, but there are some very long fingers in here. Fingers that can reach wherever you go. Lest you feel Mr. Kingsley does not appreciate your possible jeopardy, Mrs. Kingsley spoke to you of a bonus. That figure is $10,000. I trust that won't take too much to figure you out.
$10,000. Next to Mrs. Kingsley's. That is the best figure in the room. When was the last time you didn't get your way?
You'll be the first to know.
Well, don't let me keep you. The tennis fee. You see him at home on the court.
Let's say that I played around.
Well, you don't look like a sort.
Mind and talents above. Our competitor hasn't been
sports.
Shall we say the fall is in our court?
I let you like to play rough.
I like to work up a sweat.
And you just can't get enough.
I'm good for more than one second. My promise don't show no regret if you feed me.
My backhand is clearly my forte.
Shall we say the fall is in your court? No one ever plays with me.
I thought your nest of kindred.
My husband never plays with me. He's too easily winded.
You leave me breathless too.
Wait till our match is through.
I may like warm into the nest, but I warm up in a gym.
It is not exciting unless the competition is stiff.
I think I understand your racket. I'm not in your league.
But you can't have it.
This game is meant to love.
Well, I've been close enough.
Let's give the temple a shove.
Hammering six.
One thing I'm positive of is that you're fine. Tell me how you like to play.
And grass or play and every day.
And okay,
But
time is running short.
darling, let's go feeling jolly.
Ready for a rousing rally. Shall we say the follies in your court? It looks like one of us is leaving. I got the impression I was being asked to stay.
After you find out,
The incentives never stop.
I'm saving the best for last. Shall we say the ball is in your court?
Poor girls run away from home looking for something better. Rich girls can't wait to find anything worse. With 10,001 new reasons to look for Mallory Kingsley, I started at the top by going right to the bottom of the barrel.
And so elusive, you won't find her till you check. Every avenue light of diamond in a home unseen when you would least expect. Try to track her down, no one will hold our town. Go on a fishing expedition, everybody's gotta be somewhere. Girls don't vanish in midair. Everybody's gonna be somewhere, but where?
Take a little look-see, goes around, there's an underground crowd to scout.
Use a little intuition if you wish your vision to pan out. We want to hear and talk about what comes to mind.
Drop it and go round the world.
What did you get to find?
Stay right on her trail.
This tomato is a hot potato.
This case is a beaut.
Dig deep and keep on digging.
She's the holy grail.
She's a needle in haystack heaven.
You're in hot pursuit.
You're warm and getting warmer. Don't be so low-key. Start falling every week. Don't repeat our partner meet up. Everybody's gotta be somewhere. Girls don't vanish in midair. First you gotta look left, then you gotta look right, then you gotta look high and low. Gotta run around town, lady, don't get into it like tic-tac-toe.
Where's that day? Where's she gone to? She's a flirt that I'm
be hard to forget. I regret to say she's one I've never laid my eyes on. Where? A girl I go by this change what she's gone. To underestimate her, she's a 5-yard right, and then she'll be here.
Oh, I've never seen her. I've seen girls like this so long and right to miss and miss and stop and right to miss a misdemeanor. Why don't you let me choose to change your face for boys like this? You came the right way.
Where's that thing? Where's she gone?
You're that old detective, and if you're lucky, they can stumble behind us. You find us a blood, it hardly seems at random. Your mind's a scrutinized, but we won't refuse to take off your shoes. We'll put you in the try to track her down. Low downtown. Better have hope and both eyes open. Everybody's gotta be somewhere. Don't vanish in thin air. She's lying low, you're lying high. Everybody's gotta be somewhere.
The one advantage to living alone was you never had to lie to anyone about what a great day you had. Looking for Mallory Kingsley was about as refreshing as a quick dip in a cesspool, and just as rewarding. For now, it was time to hit the sack. Living in earthquake country, sometimes the sack hits you. Hold it!
Everybody's gotta be somewhere.
It was Mallory Kingsley. Before a missing girl, there was not a whole lot missing.
How's it going on my birthday?
Mr. Detective, you've been looking too hard. You should start looking in your own searching for Mallory. What a play lost and found. Here I am on the land. Been assigned to find out where I've been, and now you found me in your bed. No, my dear.
hate lying in front of an audience. Got some work I need to do anyway.
Love your wife. You know that, don't you?
I do. Strange phrase in this context.
How do you explain being here?
I hate doing my dialogue, I guess. Or at least that's the one I care about.
Right. What's your line? Some guys will crawl out of the grave and cheat.
That's Hoolies.
You wrote it.
I only put down what my characters tell me. I'm nowhere as smart as they are.
And which one of them's telling you to leave?
Stone. He's got a streak of morality in him that somehow eludes me.
First, you leveled
Level?
about why you're here. I don't remember you coming back with these sheets from the laundry.
It's simple, Mr. Stone. I want half of whatever my daddy's paying you to find me. I deserve it, don't I? How many of those lost people have turned up at your bed?
Until tonight, just me. Where exactly do I tell Daddy I found you?
Tijuana, Frisco, he won't care. Just as long as baby's back.
Then why does Baby have to go through all this if it has to be petty cash in your family?
Don't let Luther Kingsley's condition fool you. Just because he looks like a hot dog on a roll. He wants to know what the score is all the time. I can't tell why I need the money.
Blackmail?
How'd you guess?
This is my room. I do very well here.
You see, I kind of had a thing with my tennis teacher last year. Well, a couple of other people too. We all kind of had a thing together. Sort of like mixed doubles. Manuel is a new teacher, and I just love how they came out. But I don't think Daddy would. He thinks I'm a good girl. He just doesn't know how to.
So you got your stepmother to set up this parent scam.
Oh no, Laura thinks I was the kids on the way. My brother Peter and I worked it all out together.
Then how come I got invited to the party?
Peter's very thorough. He checked around and said he found out you were real smart, that you knew how to handle yourself. Do you really know how to handle yourself, Mr. Stone?
Another game, another gun. Will I ever learn? Will I ever forget? Is my life going to be one long flashback?
City Morgue. Take this down, babe. It just came out of the official studio report. July 17th, Hollywood, California. Movie land and film goers the world over mourn today the sudden passing in this city of industry pioneer and celluloid giant Irwin S. Irvin.
The first bullet entered between the third and fourth ribs, then penetrated the thorax.
Death came peacefully to the motion picture mogul and philanthropist extraordinaire.
The second bullet shattered the right kidney. All in all, an obvious heart attack.
Right.
Officer?
I've seen pigs die better.
Yes, but not when they go with their pants down.
No?
All right. No one will ever know. It never happened.
Not unless you were there when it did. What now?
Your other towns, babe, other jobs.
Other memories. I can't be somebody. Somebody I couldn't stand being.
Time, Bobby. Give it time.
That's the one thing I've had enough of.
The minute I die,
You're getting away with it, you son of a bitch! Getting away with murder!
I was ready to take my lumps.
There are no goddamn lumps for picos. You want lumps? Be brown, be black, be yellow. Everything's smooth for you milky bastards. Kicked up with force. That don't even muss your hair. This happens to me, they hang me by my clockways. Jesus, they crime me for jaywalking.
I didn't ask for this.
People don't have to ask. It comes with being in the club. Heads or tails, you always win. As long as the heads are long. First you stole the land, now you're murdering the law. The more you got, the more there is to throw away. You had it all. The badge, the right color skin,
You brute.
not till you are. Starting this minute, you're not going to need a scarf at night. Not with my breath down your neck. I'm moving inside you. There's not going to be one mirror you're not going to see me in. That better be the cleanest nose in town. So I'll bust you for a bad haircut. Give me one more chance, and I'll personally strap you into the gas chamber chair.
Maybe you can get them to put in a love seat.
Look, we agreed to not having that scene in the morgue, didn't we? Didn't we agree I was right? No Irwin S. Irving in the morgue scene.
Am I married to everything we agreed to? I mean, I've been known to be creative on my own. You know, accidents do happen.
Does it say anywhere not to be creative? Did I dictate someplace be a hack? You can write whatever the hell comes to your head. I want you to. Just as long as I like it in advance. And I'm telling you that showing 2 morgue scenes is showing exactly 1 too many morgue scenes. Whoa, hey, take it easy. There's a person under this skin. Look, reading the book, I saw this whole movie from beginning to end. Frankly, it's a pain in the keister for me to have to shoot the goddamn thing just so everybody else can see it. But the studio can't, whoa, they'll think it's in my brain, right? Just believe me, I've seen this whole movie, and that first morgue scene ain't it.
Theodore Robinson.
Doing 2 morgue scenes lets me establish Munoz's anchor in stone for getting away with Irwin S. Irving's murder.
It'll be too complicated.
Give the audience a little credit.
Forget about credit. Movies is a cash business. They give us money, we make it easy for them. 9. Think, okay? Scene 27, Dr. Mandrill by the edge of the mansion overlooking the canyon.
Power of prayer. You've come to me, as I knew one day you would, in all your loveliness.
After he's murdered and they're wheeling him into the morgue, you can establish whatever you want about Munoz there.
Okay, fine. Any other my goals you find somewhat tarnished?
I don't want to pick things to pieces.
Vic?
All right, all that brown, black, and yellow stuff with Munoz. Cut all that my people, your people, social crap, and just give me a good private eye show.
It was the social crap that made the book more than just that.
Stein, think! Guys sitting in the movies, right? 50 cents to get in. The balcony's all comfy, nice and dark. He's got his hand on somebody's leg next to him. It might even be somebody he knows. All of a sudden, we're going to remind him that he's white and that the Pachuco usher might try and stab him in his neck on the way out. What made your book good is how you write. I'm not asking you to write bad. Just say it. You bet your ass. This town is crawling with politicians. Last thing I need is for you to get blacklisted. I mean, you know how many close friends, how many personal relatives,
I can't have over to my house for a bagel just because they might have bought a Henry Wallace button at a rally.
But how do I fuel Lumos? I mean, without the racial angle, why does he hate Stone so? Why his compulsion to see Stone punished?
I don't care what it is. Just change all the brown, black, and yellow to red, white, and blue. Stein, look, I know, writing books is easier, but that way, you don't get to see me naked, right?
Sure wish I brought my magnifying glass.
Boy, it's not happening. Wait! I got it. I knew if you gave it enough thought, I'd come up with it. Are you ready? Munoz was jealous of Stone. He loved Bobby too. It almost made him nuts when they got engaged. He did go nuts. Made him psycho. That gives Munoz his heat. That gives him his anger.
That's garbage.
Polish it. Make it shine. You like working in this town, and you like eating lunch 10 feet from Betty Grable, kill the politics. These guys from Washington aren't kidding around. I mean, they don't even want to get laid out here. Just don't do anything to make the studio replace you.
They'd only do that if you asked.
Don't make me ask is what I'm asking. I can only protect you till I gotta start protecting myself. If you want to go down the toilet on your 3-picture deal, I ain't going along for the ride sitting on your lap.
Is that it for now?
Donna, you got the list.
Pretty girls in class, a bang instead of a whimper, clock race, milky bastards, goddammit, and Jesus.
Read the book.
You can get away with all sorts of filth in books, but this is motion pictures.
Mustn't offend the guy in the balcony, right? Might lose his place in the person next door.
There was one more, wasn't there?
Where Stone calls Irving a son of a bitch.
You know better. Don't use words you can't use. Don't cock up that scene. I mean, look, I know Irving's a shithead, but so don't ask me why. He's my favorite character in the whole show. And just one more scene.
When the jury sets a date,
as heaven sent. All you have to do is wait. You're about to take that biggest siesta, so but don't request the padre. Rest assured that the same as like I'm in a couple gonna play the beast mañana. Odds are they are gonna give you that. They will sit you in a chair, and for once you'll be polite. You'll say, Governor, pardon me, but be sure to disagree, just in case I made it tight. It's the people versus Joe, and my money's on the stake. Who says dreams do not come true? You will get what you are due. All you have to do is wait. Time to fiesta! On the day you die, I'll be high on the altar. Hallelujah. I will go to town on the day you were down like a dog. I'm leading an ovation at your asphyxiation. As the crowds line up to watch you pay your debts, I'll collect my bets, playing a castanet. As you're walking your last mile, think of me as you'll be free. And to know your final breath will be filled with cyanide. I've never been like David. Oh, in my creative lingo, adios. The end is close. As you see the change go, think of me as your fate. Once a penance in the pale, from the instant you inhale, all you have to do is wait. Good things come to wait. Sebastian Mandrill knew you and the King's Padrone were playing footsie, way above the ankle. And he had a picture to prove it. Afraid her old man would find out, tired of being blackmailed, she begged you to get him off her back. Mandrill does some kind of meditation mumbo-jumbo at the edge of the Kingsley estate, where it overlooks the canyon. You went there to knock him off, pay him off, finish it any way you could. You had a discussion, the kind that always ends in a shot. You hadn't panicked because the staff came on you. You would have climbed down to get your pictures. And your gun. You found the bullet in Mandrill's voice box. Although he couldn't speak, he thanked you loud and clear.
This is a brain.
Famous first words.
Someone set me up.
Whoever it is, I'm sending him roses.
Listen to me, last time was different, Manny.
Don't Manny me, ever! The more you've got, the more there is to throw away. You had it all. The badge, the right colored skin. I choke your champ on everything. And you had it all. The badge, Bobby. See what she saw in you. That was hard enough. But what killed you was the way she was right through me to see it. The only thing that might spoil your dying for me is the pain it might cause her.
You're really gonna do this?
If she's anywhere around to know about it.
You're gonna cave in just like that? I wouldn't have believed it.
You wouldn't have believed it? Is that what you said? You wouldn't have believed it.
You are some gumshoe, you just don't think. Well, get this, dumb gumshoe, you come from my inkwell. Is your mouth lonely with one foot in there? Stone, your brain only holds thoughts I put in there. Just what you are, I'll spell out. You are a novelty. One
speck of lint that fell out the last time that I picked my brain.
You are so jealous of my track record. Tolstoy, do tell us your feeble hack record. Your weak knees brand new, soft and unstable one. Small the rest, and you fold like a card table. You drool at my adventures. Your rods in bed are bored. Go home and soak your dentures. Your pen is no match for my sword. You're nothing without me. No one would go on behind. You wouldn't exist. You'd never be missed. I tell you, you're out of my mind. Show up, blow hard. The people are tired and cold, and no one would doubt me without me. You're nothing at all. You're in my plot, I'm still your creator. I call each shot, I'm your private dictator. You are so thick, you eat priestly fiction. I'm your meal ticket, knee deep in cheap fiction. You floating ignoramus. You haven't any shame. Hey, I'm a famous shameless, and most people don't know your name. You're nothing without me. Without me, you just disappear right into thin air, and no one would care or notice you ever were here. A puppet and upstart, a loser who thinks that to
off is tired. I should be dressed all in white.
Save the suggestions, okay? I get enough of those from the writer. Sunday brunch, and I'm not looking for a story card. New earrings? You're not wearing them today.
Now I am.
They're the wrong color for you, and they're too big for your head.
Our problems are not dissimilar.
Yeah, you'll see when someone puts lox and cream cheese on them.
So somebody'll nibble my ear. That's so terrible.
Not so terrible at all.
Buddy, you just got out of the shower.
I think I could find it again. Sing it, Jimmy.
Sure to stay with me, even after we must part. Even after we must part.
$100,000 bail? Where are you supposed to get that kind of money?
You wouldn't like to sell your body 100,000 times.
How about just once to a big spender? What do you figure?
Set me up? You're gonna have to be my leg. Do some checking around.
Starting with the king.
They're closer to Denmark and a lot more rotten. Try the public library. Back issue of the Times. Do some snooping. See if we know someone. See if we know someone. Figured they know something no one else does.
I knew she was trouble. I only had to take one look. One look at you, taking one look at her. She should have never got past me. I never learned.
I don't seem to either.
That's what it is, I never learned.
Stone? Good girl, Louie.
Good girl. I'm one of the long line of good girls who choose the wrong guy to be sweet on. The girl with the face that says welcome, that men can wipe their feet on. I'm there when he calls me the trusted girl Friday all night. But what good does it do me alone on a Saturday night? You need a gal to go without salary and work too hard. You can always count on me. The kind of the pal who'd sneak you a file past the prison guard. Loyal to the nth degree. The boss is quite the ladies' man, and that's my biggest gripe. Since I showed up, he's never hired a girl 'cause she could type. I mean, them good found and faithful and true as the Saint Bernard. Barking up the wrong damn tree. You can always count on me.
How long these things at Buddy's usually last?
3:30, whichever comes first.
I better shower, shave if I can bring myself to look in the mirror.
You always wake up feeling guilty?
I like to get an early start.
Maybe the guilty worse. It's fine.
If you don't know what was there before, if you don't know I caved in,
Collaborating is not caving in.
collaborating is working with the enemy.
You're too tough on yourself.
Some are tougher.
You wake up with her, no matter who you go to sleep with. Don't.
All she asks is that I be the best possible me. I keep settling for being a first draft.
I don't have any problem with that.
Don't make it easy. I need the
me. And go bother it round, who's treated me so when I can play the second fiddle on my virtuoso. I should be playing for a wedding band, but there are no wedding rings attached. Though you can bet there's strings attached. A matter of fact, if you want to ill fate and love affair, you can always count on me. Though I made a pact to carry out research before I care, men don't give a warranty. One joke who swore he'd single got me sort of crossed the beast. I woke up only slightly shocked that I defraud a priest, or else I tracked the guy who was longing to do my hair. You can always count on me.
Wish you were going to Buddy's party.
It's only for the cast. Nobody below the rank of colonel. If you've been to one, the rest are all remakes. Sweetie, honey, baby, loved your last picture. Crazy about your next. They're better brunch than they are in the screen. For best performance of Husband in the Dark, watch Buddy acting like he doesn't know.
Doesn't know what?
His wife and Jimmy Powers having the thing of the year, which Buddy set up beautifully without either one of them knowing.
Why would he do a thing like that?
With Buddy, you have to wait for the last reel.
Irwin S. Irving lives. You gonna be here afterwards?
I've got some errands. I'll wait at your hotel. Got some more interesting cracks in your ceiling. In my kind of chain, no apple giant like a dinosaur. You can always count on me. I'm slowly supplying my neck is advice that my heart ignores. I'm my only enemy. I choose the kind who cannot introduce the girl he's with. There are lots of smirking motel clerks who call me Mrs. Smith. But I made a name with hotel detectives who break down doors. Yes, to the things that you can always count on being a Lord around on. You can always count on me.
Oh, hey, Del! Del, baby! Hey, does everybody know Del DaCosta, composer of the Stars?
No me. I owe alimony to half these people.
This tin pan putz is not the pick of the litter. There's not a clever note in his head. But what's invaluable is he's so malleable. And Steiners and Warners and Mozart and Gershwin are dead.
What does anybody want to hear? Get up, kid. Just name it. I can play it. As long as I wrote it.
Yeah, he probably wrote it right after somebody played it. Hey, look, there's food around here. There's some food in the kitchen. There's enough food to make you sick.
This puppy schmuck is making me nauseous. Somebody understand him, I'm fine. I know where he can go, and I would tell him so. Except that the day that I do is the day I retire. Buddy!
Pancho Vargas!
Thanks for the
lucky glands or something. The usual crowd, the traveling compliment show. Everyone thrilled with everyone's success, positively orgasmic at anyone's failure. Envy, so thick you could cut it with a knife lodged in every other back. You called the hotel? My hotel when? 5 minutes ago. Hey, look, hold on, will you? I can explain. She was there. Gabby? Gab!
You know how to murder the right people. I'll give you that much.
Who put up the bail?
Like you don't know.
No one with 100,000 big ones that would help me.
Somebody rich with no taste is my guess. Stop. Don't leave town. You're still my #1 suspect.
You're ace with me, too.
Somebody has to be there, operator. I was just talking to the party, and I know they're there. I mean, never mind. Fine. Thank you.
You suppose Mr. Fiddler read all these books?
Wrote most of them, too. Or will.
You're Mr. Fiddler's writer.
Found me a little basket on his doorstep.
Oh, I'm not interrupting, am I? I heard someplace that writers are always thinking, even when they don't want to.
We live for the interruptions.
I'm April Rain.
I think I've ever seen a better one.
April's French for April.
Oui, je sais.
The only French I really know is my name. But I'm going to play Mallory Kingsley in the movie.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
I read every word of it, from cover to cover.
Tends to make more sense that way.
I was so shocked when Mallory gets killed. I started to cry. I was all thrown in bed. Can you believe that? I mean, what was she at most, 21?
The good die young. The naughty even younger.
Mr. Fiddler says it was going to be different in the movie. He says Mallory's going to be in it right up until the end.
I'm afraid Mr. Fiddler is wrong.
How can he be? He's the producer-director. It's his movie.
His movie, my script.
Why, I'd do anything for Mallory not to die, Mr. Stein. I mean, anything you could possibly think of.
Mr. Stein, I'm Carla Haywood, Buddy's wife. Please, don't tell him I gave you second billing.
Got some soda left?
Thank you.
There's tons of food out there, April.
I was talking to Mr. Stein.
And now it's time to be hungry.
Don't forget, Mr. Stein. Please.
What do you think of your Mallory?
Young and ripe.
She'll get over it. For all that, for about 30 seconds.
No author ever got angry being quoted to himself.
And what do you think of your Laura Keeper?
I never saw her as anyone else.
Wouldn't do you any good if you did. It's hard to replace someone who's sleeps with the director. Of course, in this director's case, that's a cottage industry. I've been picking at the pages and finished it.
Well, then we're up to the same place.
I'm not one to pat myself on the back, but I guess who put the veil in stone when I read the book.
Most people think it's one of the Kingsleys. They're the only people I've established with that kind of money.
You could be that obvious.
Never intentional.
That's pretty good for a guy who probably can't tie his own shoes.
May I be perfectly honest?
Can honesty be imperfect?
Hey, shut your trap while you still got one.
Making the two hoods and real followers seemed awfully contrived. They were just too, I don't know, goody, I guess, to be that.
I've changed it. I've given them a new motivation.
So, how do you two bugs figure in all this?
Well, Dr. Mandrill took out a kind of insurance policy with us. He figured on not being too popular with some people. And if anybody was to ever shorten his life, we was to do exactly likewise. What you might call a prepaid debt. Right, son?
That's better, I like that.
Wanted to prove there was death after life, did he?
Right. His and yours.
the cap gets snapped. Second ring, the fuse is exposed. Third ring ignites it, and you in this warehouse is somewhere over the Rockies.
Hey, I got an idea. How about we go to the corner and make a phone call?
Good idea. Mr. Stone probably like one being here all on his own and all.
Hey, so long, Mr. Stone.
Yeah, have a nice flight.
They leave him all alone.
With just the ticket.
I'm just on my way out.
I love it.
Wait, there's a cat.
That's how we got the phone.
Right. Hey, who knew you were all here?
Thank you.
Stone's next stop is Laura.
Next stop, Allure.
I'm in a sentiment way. So stay with me, stay with me. I'll let the orchestra to play your favorite song. We're gonna play your favorite song.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then you go.
I love your earrings.
Thank you.
Did he ask you where he got them?
I shouldn't mind awful question. Well, now, here's the perfect meaning of words and music. Mr. Stein, Jimmy, out.
I'm a big fan, sir. You're a master wordsmith.
Isn't he ever just?
Time for seconds here. I'll get you one. No move.
Hey, Stein, come here, you gotta hear this.
Tell her I moved.
Play it for me. Listen to this melody. You're gonna think your ears are getting laid.
It's not finished. I haven't finished yet.
I told you how it should go. You know. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na.
I love it. I'm just not sure at first.
You're gonna question me on music. You know how much I gave to the symphony last year?
Wait. Okay, wait.
They're false. Tops and bottoms.
What's that?
His teeth. Yeah, America's favorite balladeer. Yeah, America should see his mouth go to bed in the glass every night. Yeah, still, the guy's never out of the hit parade. His records don't sit on the stores a minute. Go figure, huh? Hey, Del, there's 80 keys. Try a few others.
I think I've got it.
Was I right?
Mostly, yeah.
And mostly is often enough. Okay, you ready? This is Alora's theme. Picture it under the bedroom scene. Alora's wearing satin, maybe less. 10,000 violins. There won't be a dry seat in the house.
Let me tell you something about $100, Katie Clean. $100 can buy a whole lot of this markdown world, but it can't buy. If someone threatened me with my shield, if I don't get the case, I normally wouldn't handle ice tar. And for sure doesn't buy framing rights for a murder, or me being sprung by two gorillas, not to make me a stiff for killing a man I barely laid eyes on, let alone his love. What's it all about, Mrs. Katie Clean? Let's have the truth. First time around.
Peter, my stepson. He's got only one goal in life. To inherit Luca's money when he dies.
He'd get his share, wouldn't he?
He wants it all. Every bit of it. Peter saw Mandrill get more and more control over my husband. He and Mallory cooked up the scheme about him disappearing. It was Peter who took the
You got a way of fitting clothes even when you're not there. Why me? Of all the poor suckers who could have taken the rap. Why me?
Only Peter can tell you. Find him, and you'll know.
Got any idea what part of the haystack?
There's a place he goes. One place more than any other. I'll tell you where. Just promise me you'll do one thing when you find him. Shoot first.
You got him? Put him on. Stein! Look, Donna tells me something. You gotta tell me she's wrong. You're going to New York to see your wife? Look, babe, this is something you ask. You don't tell. Because I guarantee that if you ask, I would tell you you got no business asking. Writers don't just go away while they're working. You can't leave in the middle of a movie. Never mind, it's a weekend. Why can't she fly here? What do you gotta knock yourself out? Being here, being there, being here. There's too much to do yet. Sweetheart, you gotta put your personal life on the back seat in this business. You think I like being chained to this desk 24 hours a minute? Seeing my own wife once every blue moon? Stein, I'm warning you in one word. Don't leave town. You make me angry, you're gonna find out I can return the compliment. Stein? Stein! God damn it. Writer.
We talk to each other only if we're both in the same town. Is that how it works from now on?
I wouldn't count on it.
Long distance is a lot cheaper than airplane tickets to New York.
Well, it all depends on how much you want to spend on silence, I guess.
We talk about my letter?
Your letter.
What'd you think?
Oh, my professional opinion.
Gabby, we're not talking about fiction now.
Oh, you could have fooled me. God knows you're fooling yourself. You know, you think making Stone a hero allows you to act like anything but one. If you want to write Hollywood endings, how about giving us one, where you start acting like he does and he writes like you do? Okay, don't take my calls. If you won't listen, then read. 1. Donna was obviously in my hotel room on Sunday when you phoned. 2. Just remember, no matter how incensed you were by it, 1. I was not there with her. 3. Let me explain. How I do love an apology by the number.
It's not an apology, it's an explanation.
Trying to finish a new scene in time to bring the buddies brunch. Naturally, my typewriter picked that moment to start acting like a portable prima donna. An audible prima donna, actually, since the P was just one of the several P's that had decided to join the staff of the dead letter office. Halfway out the lobby, I bumped into Donna. Halfway in, having been dispatched by Buddy to make sure the pages got done, otherwise she could not have gotten into my room, where using her own, far more reliable Corona to type up my notes, which she was doing when you called, while I was on my way to Buddy, never dreaming that her presence, despite my absence, was going to cause you such needless, so easily avoided pain. That's it. That's the explanation.
That's it.
No lack of alibis. Your knack for the spectacular is still intact. I like the tone of it. It rings sincere and pretty near succeeds. It's just the narrative is like a sieve and cloudy as a cataract. There's not a trace of honesty, so face the fact. It needs work. books you write, this plot is quite contrived the way it reads. It's far too obvious and filled with flaws and gross implausibilities, excepting for the part about the broken keys. It needs work. Your fiction always had a little grit in it, a little heart in it, a little wit in it. Be so clear that there was art in it. If you had written it, so must you go and spit in it. And come to think of it, your writing always mirrors our relationship, with dangers cropping up and sweet young strangers popping up like weeds. So if you wish official pardoning, you better do a little gardening. You know you needn't be so generous with your seeds. Your fertile lies don't fertilize, it needs work. Please cease in bed and read each draft out loud. We play each part and talk the story through. Remember all we said and how we laughed out loud. Now take a closer look at you. I oughta throw one look at you. You had to ruin it. This plot has got a lot of deja vu in it. Familiarity, and in this case we both know what that breeds. But call me anytime you redeem yourself when you decided to redeem yourself, when you discover where this self-deception leads. I'd rather see you shoot yourself than watch you prostitute yourself. Your it needs work.
I'm told there's a Peter Kingsley, one of your regulars.
Peter Kingsley. Don't ring any bells.
5'9", about 24.
He could be 2'4" and about 59. You stop noticing after a while.
He looks like money. Tan, clean through.
Yeah. I gotta know what you mean. He's got a favorite around here. He's the only one he ever talks to.
Can I see her?
It'll be expensive.
I just want to talk.
That ain't cheap around here either. Bootsy! Take this here gentleman here to the red room. I'll send her in. Have a nice chat.
you'd like to hear, Bobby?
How did I know this would happen sooner or later?
Haven't I always been the answer to all your bad dreams?
How did you find me?
The easiest way, by not looking.
I never figured you for a place like this.
Still able to read my mind.
I'll get you someone else.
Hey, you're paid for it.
Feedings cost extra.
Tell me about Peter.
I know a few.
Ryan Kingsley.
Peter Kingsley?
You know a lot of those?
What makes you think I know him at all?
Most of the way you pretend you don't.
In trouble?
If I have anything to say about it,
He's not a bad guy.
you would know. He's here a lot.
More like sometimes.
Like his car can drive for himself, that kind of sometimes. Not exactly movies.
We get to do our share of acting.
With him too? With Kingsley? Who do you play? Little girl lost? Let me take you away from all this. That's routine. What's a nice kid like you, etc., etc. What is a nice kid like you, etc., etc.?
There was no way back for us. After, there was no way forward for me.
Did you tell him about us?
Who?
You know, this is a great test you failed.
I thought finally talking about it would help make it go away. It only keeps it alive.
You told him everything. We had a deal.
I didn't say I pulled the trigger. I told him the official version that I passed out when he came into my dressing room. When I came to, you were standing above me, your gun in your hand. As if repeating a lie over and over somehow makes it the truth. We could have stayed if you hadn't forgiven me. Too much having you pay all the punishment.
Looks to me like we're about even. Bobby. I try to tell myself to let the memory of you die slow by letting time be my friend. By letting go of what was. The pain should end. It never does. At any time or place I close my eyes and see your face, and it sounds? D-R-E?
X-E-L, right, Drexel?
Got it. And you managed to reach Peter.
Yeah, he's on his way.
Have I ever told you that I love you?
Too many times to mean it. Be careful. Be careful. Chloe, darling, there's your breath. Let me wipe that tear. We all miss poor Dr. Mandrill, don't we? Evening, Mr. Stone. My husband's just having his dinner.
The condemned man took the hearty meal. It would make a lovely picture. Considering his chance with you around, he got his very fast build.
Stone's a rather desperate man, don't he? All sorts of people are after him. He's even wanted for murder.
Which explains the look of these wild, bloodshot private eyes. The name William Lloyd Drexel ring a bell, Mr. Kingsley? West Virginia family. Mr. Drexel was in cool. Not personally, of course, a whole lot of strong, dirty men draw out of the ground for him.
Open wider, darling.
Like you, Mr. Drexel had a foot, maybe a foot and a half in the ground. Especially after Mrs. Drexel promoted herself from his private nurse to his future widow. Before it was shoveled into the same ground all his millions were shoveled out of, Mr. Drexel's children decided to throw him a little going-away autopsy. After they found traces of a long toxic buildup in the smorgasbord that used to be their father, they threatened murder charges, forcing their grieving stepmother to give up her share of the inheritance. You weren't going to make the same mistake, Mrs. Kingsley, as you did with Mrs. Drexel, were you?
Not if I can help it, Mr. Stone.
This time, she was going to make sure there were no other survivors. Only before she got rid of Peter and Mallory, there was the case of Dr. Mandrill, who was beginning to pray more for your wealth than for your health. Was getting more and more anxious to cash in on those looks your wife had been giving him. They were hot enough to melt your fires. How am I doing so far?
Very good, Mr. Stone. Very good indeed.
She arranged for Peter to kill Mandrill and set me up with the small guy, knowing full well the police would readily accept me as a murder suspect. How were you going to do it? Were you going to arrange for this to have a head-on collision with a street cop? Or were you just going to pull your plug on the Meredith client here?
No, Mr. Stone. You unhooked the machine. Then you came at me. If I hadn't lost time shooting you in self-defense, I might have been able to get it started again.
And my motive?
You knew that when my husband learned you murdered Dr. Mandrill, and that you were having an affair with Mallory, he have used his influence to put you in the gas chamber for a whole week running. Isn't that true, Luther? Measured breath, darling. Measured breath.
You're going to kill him before Peter and Mallory are taken out of the way?
By now, Peter will have killed Mallory and be heading to the beach house to meet me. You've never seen it, Mr. Stone. Quite grand. It lies on both sides of the highway. Private tunnel takes you down to the water. The old swimming hole, as my husband calls Then. You don't know how much there is. We deserve it all. We've both gotten rotten deals out of life. Peter only had to tell me about you and that singer for me to know you took the blame for her.
Believe what you want. Your past and mine don't add up to the same future.
Don't make me use this.
That was the last thing I had in mind.
Don't!
3 gunshots rang out. 3 shots, divided by 2 people. Some money figures to die. You can count one of your better days if that someone doesn't turn out to be you.
You can count it one of your better days if that someone doesn't turn out to be you. Where is he?
On the set. Production.
So much he has to do before he shoots a movie. Redesigning all the set designer sets, personally biting off all the loose threads on the costume, inventing the camera. It must kill him when a picture opens and somebody else gets to butter the popcorn. 3 shots rang out. It took only a second, but in that lifetime, Stone realized that 3 could, in fact, go into 2. What's wrong with that? Why'd he change it?
He said he felt the telegraph's board been shot as well as Stone.
If he wanted something else for a better reason than just wanting something else, I could have given him something else. A hell of a lot better than that. Why did he have to do it while I was in New York?
It was a big weekend for everyone, wasn't it?
And why this scene? It's the last one in the picture.
He's going to shoot it first. It helps the budget.
He can't shoot this. It's full of holes. Christ, she's got Mallory in it. I've written an earlier scene where she's killed. He bounces her back to life and vice versa, I'm sure. Doesn't he realize how many changes these changes require? Is it possible someone can write without knowing how to read? Wild, bloodshot, private eyes? That's atrocious. What am I supposed to run up and down the aisles of every movie house in the country and say, I didn't write that?
I thought it was clever, to be honest.
It's yours. It's your line.
I tried to make it sound like
It doesn't rub off. Sometimes not even on me.
I was covering for you. It'd have made it a lot worse if I had help.
Help? You need a divining rod to find the word grateful in me. Jesus, where the hell is everybody when they first deliver the typing paper? Where are all the helpers when those boxes full of silence come in? Blank, both sides, no clue, no instructions on how to take just 26 letters and endlessly rearrange them into a mirror of our lives. Try it sometime. Try doing what I do before I do.
Don't mind including her.
Her involvement is aimed at getting me to be the best possible me. She doesn't want to be me herself. Last. Any more little changes? Surprises? Stone going to be played by Betty Hutton?
I'll tell him you want to see them.
But in your own words. I'm sure they'll sound just like me. Maybe better. Donna. I thought we meant something to each other.
Funny. I never got that impression.
Funny. How'd I fail to see this little bedtime tale was funny? I could cry to think of all the irony I've missed. What an unusual twist. Right at the end of it, funny. Who could see that this pathetic scene would be so funny? Once you strain to find the grain of humor underneath, life's double crosses with style, forcing you into a smile, so it can kick you in the teeth since I'm accustomed to working on spec, I always pick up the check. I think it's funny, who could top or make this comic opera more compelling? You could weave in some deceit to even up the score. You'd have us all on the floor. That would be roaringly funny. Setting up my life's a joke that suffers in the telling. Just another roaring chestnut from the bottom drawer. I've heard so often before that I can't laugh
Okay, that's looking much better, Bill. Bill, Gene, does this look okay for you?
Looks pretty good. How great for you, buddy?
Yeah, it's perfect. Just put a silk in that, Bill, and bring it down some more.
Bring it down, Bill.
More, come on, move it. Not you, darling.
Trying to get Fiddler.
Don't be nervous, sweetheart. It's only a movie. Hey, careful with this thing. It's gotta be spotless. The audience should want to drive it home.
You got a minute.
For you, a minute 20. Mark down to an hour 98. Give me a second. Okay, that's looking much better, Bill. Just get him easy over there.
What is this shit?
Look, Donna, don't just sit there helping. Go do something. Look, we haven't even started shooting, and already you're reviewing.
Screenplay by the two of us?
Hey, get it.
We wrote this with your name on top?
It's studio policy. They automatically put my name on everything.
Why don't I believe you?
Why? Because you're honest. Because you know in your heart of hearts that I was with you page for page. You know my name belongs on there. On top, underneath, whatever. Stein. Let's not ruin the first day. It's a wonderful script. Who cares who wrote what? Together, we made a beautiful child. We'll get the lawyers to work everything out. Oh, wait, is that Luther Soup? Let me check it.
Good morning again.
Need salt.
Yes, sir.
6 o'clock, my sauna.
Angel Lane,
French phrase.
I just want to thank you for keeping Mallory alive. She and I both worked so hard that you would.
Merit.
What?
Look it up.
Hey, Warner. Warner, come here. I want you to try this out.
It's off the small and tight.
I'll slip it to somebody nice at lunch. Hey, Gene, can we start while I'm still in the business? I could have shot a double feature by now.
Just 2 minutes, Mr. Fiddler. Uncle Buddy?
It's too black. Come here, beauty.
Don't touch my turban.
Hey, Stein, is this her? Is this Elnora Kingsley down to the ground?
Near perfection. For a start.
Don't you wish you'd said that?
Only a matter of time.
Look, don't let anybody touch that. I'm missing a star, somebody. Thanks, sweetheart.
This thing gives me the chip.
Oh, it's an actor's dream. This guy's gonna get paid to look at himself in a mirror all day. Okay, hop in, lover. It's post-time. I hate this. Look, I told you I'll sleep somebody nice at lunch, okay? Wait, tuck in your shirt. For God's sakes, buddy, nobody will know when I'm in there. I'll know. I gotta believe who's in there when you're in there. And a Luther Kingsley would never play tennis with his shirt untucked, no matter how paralyzed he was. Better? Too white.
Pancho, amigo.
Wait, you're not working at Hey Donna. Just
Pancho, just came down to give you a good luck hickey.
Oh, the guy's beautiful. Even when he doesn't have to be. Jimbo!
Jimmy Powers?
What do you think? Oh, you're perfection. And that's just for starters.
I'm shaking like a leaf.
Oh, you're gonna be terrific. Even better than that, you're gonna be good. Just settle down. Okay? Just right. Here.
What is this, a joke? Who's gonna take you or me seriously again? A crooner playing me? A tenor I wouldn't give you 2 5s for. Guess they couldn't get Betty Hutton, right?
Ready when you are, Mr. Cooper. Okay, let's make a movie. Let's make a movie.
He's never out of hit parade. His records don't sit in the stores a minute. That's why Buddy doesn't care what Powers is doing to his wife. Arrange for him to do what he's doing to her. Any more than she cares what he's doing to April, which of course you were going to do to Donna until she turned around and did it to you.
Quiet on the set, please. Okay, let's try one, shall we? Give me tempo, give me energy. Gene, rolling.
City of Angels, C93, take 1.
Now please, be wonderful, everybody. And action!
Chloe, darling, there's your breath. Let me wipe that tear. We all miss poor Dr. Manfrill, don't we? Good evening, Mr. Stone. My husband's just having his dinner.
The condemned man slurped a hearty meal.
Ever have someone puke inside your head?
They make a lovely picture. Considering his chances with you around, you'd have to use very fast film.
Mr. Stone's a rather desperate man, darling. All sorts of people are after him. He's even wanted for murder.
Which explains the look in these wild, bloodshot, private eyes. Cut! Who said that? Are you nuts? Nobody yelled cut on the soundstage but me. If this building is burning down and everybody inside it is drowning, nobody yells cut but the director. It's the 11th goddamn commandment. It's an unwritten law in letters 20 feet high. Oh, what is this? You're trying to get thrown out of here? Is this some kind of New York snot-nosed revenge? What's this?
My pencil. Now you don't have to envy it anymore.
I like that. Remember it.
Gene, get the cops. Get the cops. Get the cops. Real cops or ours? I want you out of here. Out of this studio, out of this town, out of this business.
I accept. You're all witnesses. We got an ironclad, unbreakable, never again, no more picture deal. It's all yours, in every respect. I've got a date with a box full of beautiful blank paper. Time I got back to the reality of fiction.